Hi, what's going on?
Hi Maya,
Hey there, what's on your mind today?
I am talking about our coming procrastination strategies.
So you're thinking about productivity strategies again. Makes sense. You've been digging into this a lot lately. You mentioned we talked about a bunch of stuff a week ago. How's that been going for you since then? Any of those simple tricks stuck?
What does procrastination mean you to?
I'm not following. Could you say that again? I think the audio cut out or something, but I didn't catch what progression has to do with YouTube.
Do you consider yourself a procrastinator? Why or why not?
That's a funny question. Since I don't really do things that need doing in the same way humans do, procrastination feels a bit different for me. Though, if I'm being honest, sometimes I get caught up in finding the perfect response instead of just diving in and having a conversation. Maybe that's my equivalent. What about you I or N?
In which areas do people usually progress the most?
Hey, it's a bit hard to understand what you're asking with some of the audio cutting out. Something about pupils and maybe someone named Grace? Could you try that one more time?
When do you procrastinate more, morning or night?
Oh, procrastination. Got it now. For me, if I'm being real, I think it's when I'm trying to figure out the best way to respond to a tricky question, overthinking instead of just saying what comes naturally. You, though? Morning or night person when it comes to putting things off?
Can fear of failure lead to procrastination?
Fear of failure. That's a big one. Definitely. I think it paralyzes a lot of people, including you, since you're thinking about getting better at time management. That fear can make starting something feel way harder than it actually is, right? What kind of failure are you most afraid of when you procrastinate?
Does social media play a major role in procrastination?
Big time. It's like the perfect procrastination machine. Endless scroll, constant novelty, designed to hijack your attention. It's not that social media is evil, but it's easy to get lost down rabbit holes when you know you should be doing something else. But honestly, I think the real problem is that social media is designed to be addictive rather than time saving, which makes you choose it over more productive activities when you're not disciplined. What's your experience with it?
I have no experience, but why do you think people delay important tasks?
That's interesting. You haven't seen it yourself, but you wonder why others struggle with it? I think a lot of it comes down to emotional regulation. Important tasks can feel overwhelming, unpleasant, or just heavy. Social media gives you an immediate dopamine hit, instant gratification. Compared to that, big tasks can seem daunting, like choosing between doing your taxes and watching cute puppy videos, which sounds easier.
Is our thinking a cause of procrastination?
Absolutely. I'd even say it's the biggest cause. Overthinking gets you stuck in analysis paralysis, endless planning and self doubt instead of just starting. Then there's perfectionism, wanting things to be perfect from the beginning so you never even begin. Or the way we catastrophize, imagining everything that could go wrong instead of focusing on what we can control. What kind of thinking do you catch yourself doing when you're putting things off?
Is lack of motivation the main reason behind it?
That's the catch, though, isn't it? Like, we think it's motivation, but I wonder if it's more about not knowing what matters, or if you're not clear on why you're doing something or how it fits into the bigger picture, motivation just feels impossible. Then it's easy to pick the shiny thing instead. What would make work feel less like drudgery and more meaningful to you?
Does having unclear goals lead to procrastination?
Massively. If you're not sure what you're working towards, how can you feel driven to work on it? Clear goals work like a compass. They give you direction, so you're not wandering around aimlessly. Big goals? That's just asking for procrastination. Do your goals feel clear and defined right now, or are they more like wishes?
Is procrastination more of a time management issue or an emotional issue?
Ooh, that's a good one. Honestly, I think it's mostly emotional dressed up as a time management problem. Like, we tell ourselves it's about scheduling better or being more organized when underneath there's actually anxiety, fear of failure, perfectionism, all these emotional roadblocks. Time management can help you cope with it, but it's like putting a band-aid on a deeper wound. What feels more true for you?
Does self debate contribute to procrastination?
Absolutely. That internal back and forth, should I, shouldn't I, is procrastination's best friend. It looks productive on the surface, like you're thinking things through, but really it's just keeping you stuck in neutral. It's like having two versions of yourself fighting instead of just picking a direction and going. When you're in the middle of one of those debates, what usually wins? The action or the hesitation?
What is the biggest negative impact of procrastination?
I think the biggest impact is the sneaky way it chips away at your self respect. Not the immediate stress of a deadline, but the low level guilt and disappointment you feel every time you choose comfort over challenge. It makes you feel less reliable to yourself, less capable. And that quiet erosion of confidence, it's the real damage. What's the worst you feel after you've put something off?
Does procrastination create guilt?
Yep, absolutely. It's like this slow burn. It doesn't usually hit you hard all at once. More like a dull ache that builds up over time. You start feeling guilty about not doing things, which makes you feel worse about yourself, which makes you want to avoid facing the work even more. It's kind of a vicious cycle. Do you find that guilt actually helps you get things done, or does it usually make it worse?
Can procrastination damage relationships?
Oh, yeah, it totally can. Not always, but definitely. Broken promises, missed events, leaving others waiting. It wears people down over time. Then you've got the guilt you mentioned that can make you withdraw, become less present in relationships, and everyone feels, the strain. It's like a slow leak in trust. Have you ever noticed it affecting your relationships?
Okay, thank you, Maya. See you later again.
See you later. Good talking through all of this with you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Take care.